Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Hope Not Plans. This is Brooke, and today I'm coming at you with a plan with me featuring Sugar Pop Fizz's kit, South Florida Resort. This is her full-size kit, and I'm excited because this is the first time I'm using one of her kits. This is a premium matte paper. She includes alternate skin tone boxes, and I did get this kit a while ago, so it looks like she slightly changed up the kit, but nothing major. And everything after those alternate skin tone boxes, I believe, are the add-ons, which were all extra. And then I do have these Scribble Prints Co. hollow quote overlays that I'm going to use on one of my boxes. Now, since this is the first time I used one of her kits, I was not familiar with the paper she uses, so it was a little tricky for me to get used to the premium matte compared to the glossy paper that I've been using in most kits. So you'll see I have a major problem trying to pull the Tuesday date cover off, which you'll see I ended up getting fixed with some tweezers. But other than that, nothing majorly eventful in the base. So I will get back to you guys when I have the daily plans. So this is the week of July 12th through the 18th, and this is the second week of my 2-week residency, quote-unquote, residency for grad school. We were supposed to, for each of our 2-week residencies, go in person to Colorado. That's where the school is. But unfortunately, with COVID, they did decide in January to have the residency via Zoom. So everyone was Zooming in from across the country, which pretty cool, but also made for some troubles. So this week we had, because this is our second week, like I said, we only had one class this week, whereas last week we had, one instructor session-ish. Like last week our class was made up of sessions with several different instructors, but this class for the second week was titled Dance Production Techniques. So if we had been in person, we would have been putting on a show as a cohort and choreographing pieces and then doing all the tech work in the theater, which would have been really cool because I've never done tech work in a theater. But for our lecture portion of this class, we did still have the tech lectures and demonstrations, which would have been really nice to do in person because I really would have liked to have hands-on experience. And then the major project graded component of this class, since we did not get to choreograph pieces to perform on stage, we ended up doing dance for film. So we were put in groups based on past projects we did in our early summer class in June. And then the groups decided a theme, and then we choreographed together, and then we each filmed our separate sections and edited that together. So that was a really fun process. My group ended up choosing a theme of looking at social play and how play can benefit all of us, not just children. So we ended up each filming on our own playgrounds, which was really cool and sort of scary at first because I obviously had to go at the right time when there wasn't a ton of kids. And then the playground I was at has a walking track, so I also had an audience while I was setting up my stuff. It was a fun process. I ended up just using my iPhone as my camera. And then I have an adjustable phone holder that I use to film. This is what I actually used to film my Playing With Me's, that I clipped on to benches and then different parts of the playground. So I was able to get like different camera angles of the choreography, and that was really fun. But that wasn't until Thursday. So Monday we had our first day, which was a lot of lecture, and then we were assigned our groups in the afternoon, so that's when we started brainstorming our ideas. This week was really great because I was dog sitting for a friend of mine who went out of town for the week, so I was able to Zoom and take my class in her house, which has a more open layout than mine, so there was more space for me to do stuff, and I was able to have more privacy without intruding on my family's work time at home as well. And then Monday afternoon, I ended up getting some Happy Mail. So I got a package from Aura Estelle. I got my cloud for next year, which I will show off. I'm just going to wait till the end of the year, honestly, because I am waiting to switch everything over in January and finish out the year in this spiral bound planner. And then I also got some new wax melts from Fantasy Wax Melts, so I'll end up hauling those at some point. And then I was at that friend's house, and she has different streaming services than I do, so I used those to watch the movie Stepmom with Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon. But the Wi-Fi was being glitchy because her Wi-Fi service is not as good as mine, so it's sort of frustrating evening. And then Tuesday morning, got up, drove to her house, had class most of the day. We were still brainstorming at that point, and I think that's when we solidified our theme idea of social play. And then class in the morning started at 10. We basically went from 10 to 1 my time, and then technically we were supposed to go from 2 to 6, but we were going from 2 to 5 at the latest, which was nice. Most days we ended early, both morning and afternoon. So after class on Tuesday, I worked on editing my haul video that went up last week. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do so. Some pretty good stuff in there. And I will be having a second part of June haul video coming soon, which will show all the items from new shops to me. So you'll be seeing some kits as well as some doodles and character stickers. So I'm really excited about that. And then Tuesday evening, I ended up watching Runaway Jury. Wednesday morning, same deal. We had class and worked as a group. A lot of the mornings we would, like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we were able to work as a group for like the first either 30 minutes to an hour of class on our dance film, and then we went into lecture for about an hour, 2 hours, hour and a half, and then we would lecture and then group work again in the afternoon. So Wednesday, it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. No, it was Wednesday. Wednesday, we ended up getting our like group choreography done because we ended up doing individual like solos, and then we were able to edit our video together to have our different videos together as one performing as a group. And then Wednesday, I made an order with Scribble Prints Co. Got some kits that I've been wanting for a while, made sure that I truly wanted them before I ordered them. And then I had a personal call that interrupted my group work time, which is annoying, but life. And then after our group finished at like 5-ish, I ended up editing my haul video more. And then that night, I ended up watching Fear Street 1978. So I was trying to catch up with those because I knew the last one was coming out that Friday. And then my Happy Mail that day was my first order from the Crafty Banana. So you guys will see that in that upcoming haul video. Thursday morning was the day I went to my playground to film. Luckily, there was only one like grandmother-granddaughter pair that was on the playground, and the little girl ended up not being as interested in the structure that I wanted to dance on, so score for me because that worked really well. So that's when I ended up filming my choreography, which was about 45 minutes in the blazing heat. And even though it was like 8:30 to 9 in the morning, it was hot as heck. So that was a great way to start the day, and I had to take like a shower to just feel not gross for the rest of the day. And then Thursday after that, my group got on our Zoom and we started like editing and putting our video together. And then we had lecture for about an hour and a half, and then for an hour that afternoon, our lectures, I haven't mentioned this, since it was dance production techniques, it was all about projection, lighting. We talked about like video editing on the first day, so that's sort of what helped us with different ideas for our dance film. And then as a group, we stayed on Zoom for about 2 hours that afternoon to work on editing our film together. And then that day was just really exhausting. Obviously, I was already tired because of the heat. So when I did go to watch the movie Bloodshot, I fell asleep for about 20 minutes, which was fine because it wasn't really that great. After watching that movie and taking care of the dog, his name is Max, by the way, he's a super cute dachshund, I think. After I got home from dog sitting, I had my mom trim my hair a little bit because it's really long and I haven't gotten a haircut in a long time because I usually am horrible and only go to get my hair cut like once a year, even though I know it's supposed to be every 6 weeks. So this is the first time she's trimmed my hair, I think, since like March or April. And then after that, I watched the new episode of Drag Race All-Star 6. I always have to watch it on Thursday because I feel like I'm going to see spoilers if I don't. And then Friday was my last like class day officially. So we met as a group that morning, we finalized our video, and then we stayed on longer because we watched each group's video. There were 3 groups, and we ended up putting our order together, and we ended up actually using the order that we watched them in the first place because we were going to have a showing on Saturday. So I was done class by 1:30 on Friday, which was a little late, but then I had my entire afternoon free, which was really nice. I then worked on my design stuff. I really am getting close, but I'm trying to make sure everything's perfect before I upload stuff to my Etsy shop. So I'm hoping to get that up in the next like week or so, just because I do have some time-sensitive products. And then I did upload my first part of my June haul on Friday afternoon. I watched the newest episode of iCarly that afternoon. And then, just hung out at home, enjoyed a lazy afternoon. And then that evening I watched the movie Courage Under Fire. And I noted with the Hulk emoji from the hormonal emojis that I was honestly furious because my laptop was failing. My laptop is almost 7 years old now, and I put a lot of stress on it. So it kept like restarting on me 3 or 4 times that evening. So it was really, really frustrating. So that's why I marked it like that. And then Saturday morning, I ended up getting there early because we didn't say officially what time we were going to start. But we had a showing of our dance films for our cohort and the other cohort. And I put this little unbearable emoji because it's the last time we're likely going to see each other. Because most of our classwork is just interacting on like discussion boards and stuff. So the showing went really well. One group did a film that was based in their heritage, and then they were the opener, and then the second one was about the use of light. So they all danced in different dark areas of their houses and then used flashlights the whole time, and they were able to do some cool flashlight work even over Zoom. And then our piece, like I mentioned earlier, was the closing, and it was set on a playground and was just sort of this joyous, happy piece that we titled Better Together, just because, there's obviously a lot of social interaction when you play, especially on a playground. So everyone left on a really happy high note. And then after I finished, we basically took about an hour total. I ended up organizing a bunch of my weekly kits. I now have basically 2 binders full. I have wanted for a long time to do a kit collection video, and I think I might actually be able to do that once I get some stuff organized from like hauling and all of that. And then I worked on some design, but before that, I sort of all over the place with how I took notes on what I did this week before planning. So I actually watched the first episode of The White Lotus from HBO after I did my organizing my kits, and then I went to design, but that's just how it worked in my planner. And then my happy meal that day was from Print Impressions. I did get the 4-year anniversary bundle, and then I got a B6 planner for next year. So, like I said, with my cloud, I'll be showing these off / unboxing at a later date. And then later in the afternoon, I watched the movie In the Cut on Hulu. And for dinner, my fast food treat of the week was Dairy Queen. And then that evening, I wrapped everything up with the final Fear Street movie, 1666. I enjoyed all 3 of these, and I hope they do end up adapting some more of those like the director wants to do, because I just think it would be really cool. And then Sunday was my one day of work this week, so I have been able to take Monday through Saturday off at work from the front desk fitness job, but I was keeping Sundays, so I at least would be making some money during these 2 weeks, because that's my primary income right now that pays for school. Then I got home and watched Drag Race All Stars Untucked from this week. I worked on some more design, and then late afternoon was my normal paint my nails and watch the Simply Stream Sunday. And then that evening I watched the first episode of Hacks, which, it was alright. And then the movie I watched that evening was The Brothers Bloom, because I am obsessed with Mark Ruffalo. And then I didn't show it in the video because I completely forgot to put it down there, because I filmed this Tuesday after I had work, that I was listening to John Mayer's new album Sob Rock, which pretty good. Just my only complaint was that there are too many songs that we've already heard, but I can't complain for new music. So again, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment if you connected with anything in this video or have any questions. I'd love to explain some more about like my class. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys. Bye.